I think most people would agree that human life is sacred, and it's sacred all the time. My position is that what I would encourage her to do. She's of majority age. She has the right to make that decision on her own. But I would encourage that because
says the law would change and she wouldn't.
Well, but let me finish the point. Because this child, the child is innocent in this, and if we are in a position, or if she's in a position not to be able to raise the child, then put it up for adoption. We've got 2 adopted children in our family, and there's loads of people waiting for that. And I think that's really an effective position. What you look in the party platform, this is a step-by-step process at best. The party is saying this is what our philosophy is. The effort really right now is the hopeful ending of the Roe versus Wade constitutional right guaranteed for abortion, and move that issue back to the states.
And it's an uncomfortable question, I realize, but maybe if the daughter had more information about birth control, she wouldn't have gotten pregnant in high school. And I only ask the question because it's her policy position to ban education about birth control in the public schools. So is that really a good idea?
Do you really think a 17-year-old girl in America today doesn't know about birth control, given the saturation in the media and the culture? Kids know that. I have 5 children. I've got 3 that have recently gone through that age. The culture permeates with that issue. What she's saying from a government side is we should be trying to encourage something that's better, and that what most parents want, which is their children to remain abstinent. And that's really, and that's just not from a physical standpoint. It's also from a social and a mental standpoint of being able to deal with this.
But the existence of condoms or other forms of birth control, as kids at that 7th, 8th grade, whatever level, are being taught, human biology and sexual health, whatever, shouldn't be mentioned. Should be banned by law, a matter of policy, from being mentioned in that context.
Well, I don't know that that's the case of what should take place. My simple point to you is that kids in America today, even in Alaska and Kansas, understand about birth control. And what we're trying to do is encourage a higher view of this. This is a better way. And doing that with government. But the teaching or the philosophy of here is what happens and here are the options, I think most people would say that's fine. I just don't want you to encourage that in my children, because I don't think, even if they would be physically ready for it, I don't think they're mentally ready for it.
So, Brownback, do you see evangelical politics changing with our generation, replacing the Jerry Falwell generation, and maybe being different on some issues as a result, maybe the environment, maybe whatever?
I do. I think, and this is pretty typical in American politics, as a group enters politics on one topic. They're driven in by one topic. In this case, really abortion in the 73 case, or maybe it's taking faith out of the classroom, where we used to have prayer in school. But once you get in, then you have to deal with all issues. And what I see is really a spreading of the environment from the pro-life message to what I call the whole life message. So yes, the child in the womb is sacred, but the child in Darfur is as well. And the person in prison is sacred, as well as the person in poverty. And we've got to treat each of these as sacred and then show what we will do to help in each of these situations. This is what Rick Warren, who's a friend of mine and I'm a great admirer of his, is I think this is on the right track. And I think this will bring more people into the pro-life movement when you're consistent throughout life on its sacredness.